Yeah. A bit of a following this from the armed robbery. I've done it before, but I don't want to say too much because there's a lot in the book. But what I will say is that what we didn't do, we didn't plan it. We just see it, and then thought we'd go back and watch it, and then we didn't expect even to do it, even though we had a gun in the car. We didn't really expect to do it like that, yeah. And when it come on top, it was our own fault, yeah. And you know, the guy who got the car is a complete waste of time. He should have got something a bit more powerful. We had something a lot more powerful than that, but it needed a bit of work done to it because we've had a ram here, ram there, so we needed new wings in it. But it was a good car, very powerful car, but we didn't use it, so he got this Cortina. But in a way, we wasn't going to go on this bit of work as such, even though they just said we had a gun in the car, yeah. To go around the corner and the car just stopped dead within yards of us being up his arse, that shows you that it wasn't planned, because we got all in a fluster. We didn't know what to do. My mate run out of the car to get hold of the guy without a gun, and it was crazy, and on top of that, they're saying that the guy that rammed us, right, was an undercover police officer. He was undercover, whether or not he was undercover watching us, but he was undercover, yeah. And and if he was undercover, he wouldn't have come single-handedly like that, yeah. But he was when he was in court. The judge, we had a bad judge, Griffiths Jones, Common Sergeant, the top judge of the Old Bailey. He give this guy Burns, his name was I never forget his name, Burns. He give him £500 out of the police fund, out of the court fund as such, for such a good job he'd done. Yeah, good job he'd done. He nearly killed me. He was, he come round that corner like a lunatic. He see it and he stopped it. I suppose in a way he's an undercover police officer, and that's what they do. Yeah, whether or not he should have been charged with attempted murder, I don't know, because he come straight at me with the car and ran me and ran my legs against the car. The gun went flying, I went flying, everything. To ram me again and for me to go up in the air and come on the bonnet and get away from it. I don't know even today. You've got scars on my legs. I don't even know today how I got away with that, yeah? Because not only did he chase us, and not only that, but he also rammed us with a 2.8 gear Granada, doing what sort of speeds he was doing, we don't know, yeah? But he rammed us through the railings, right? And I went from the back seat straight through the windscreen. It doesn't bear even thinking about. You have a car crash, you go for the windscreen and you're in trouble. You know what I mean? Me, I go for the windscreen, I get up, roll on the floor, get up and run. Head's pouring with blood, but as I'm saying, it isn't planned. I know for a fact, right, even myself, that it was madness, because, thinking about it, because it all happened so quickly, and if we'd have planned it a little bit better, if it come on top for us, any other thing we've ever done, we've always made sure that the people that come on top of us get obliged. They get obliged. We've got things in the motor, pickaxe handles, baseball bats and things like that, yeah? But we never had that in that Cortina. We didn't go out as a bet anyway. I said that. But we should have attacked this guy. We should have reversed the car up, smashed into his car and attacked this guy, pulled him out the motor and smashed him to pieces to make sure that he can't follow us. Rather than do what he done, rammed us into the railings and then go straight through straight through the windscreen, and then run away. You know, what, I mean, why? Why did I run away, you know? Because my mates picked up what they got to pick up, the bag or whatever they picked up, and they went, yeah? Why did we do that? You know, we should have just stuck together and got this guy out of the car, mate, and smashed him to pieces. You know what I mean? And just fucking left him, mate. Just battered him, yeah? And nicked his car. You know what I mean? Rather than, they couldn't drive the car. I mean, the car was impossible to drive. It was all smashed to pieces. Windscreen was done. All the front was smashed to pieces. It's a Cortina. You know, it's like a console Cortina. It's just like, you know what I mean? Just smashed to pieces. You know, and then after that, you know, you think, and then you got to remember that I've just gone through a windscreen. So I'm smashed up. I'm smashed up bad. My head must be like a brick, you know, cut up with concrete. You know, I went through that windscreen, mate. My legs, my right leg was the one that took the blank of it all. When I hit me, it was my right leg that got it, yeah. I have trouble now walking. People might behind me see me limp. I'm always limp on my right leg. It didn't do me no favours, yeah. But to run from where it all happened, right, in Park Royal, after he got hit, and go down by the Scrubs. This, as you get to the Scrubs, is that you go under the bridge. Yeah, there's a bridge to the right, going towards East Acton. To run all that distance, you know, and with a crash on, with a crack like one of them yellow hats to protect my head from a building site. To run all that way, right, and then chuck the hat away, which is silly really, because of the forensic. But did it matter? Did it matter about anything at that time? Because I didn't know that that the person who put us all in it was a member of the family. You know, that it's something that it shocked me. You know, you've got to remember that when you get caught, they come to me, and they, you know, and this lots of things happen. But I'll tell you about all that anyway. But lots of things happen when they take you back to the police station. I'll never forget. You know, I live not far now from the police station. They put me in Ruislip, yeah, Ruislip police station. They put me in, and got me to pull down my trousers and was that and other. But you've got to remember, yeah, that these old Bill are old Bill that don't like you, mate. They just want to put you in. They just want to bang that door and get you plenty of bird. But on top of that, they ain't bothered about what they say. They're not telling you that Perry was the one that's put you in it, right? You know Perry? I don't know Perry. You know what I mean? And then you're in trouble because you know who it is, you know what's going on, yeah? And from this day, you know, it just makes me feel sick, you know, to think that would happen like that. And, you know, and this morning I woke up and I've got a thing on my YouTube. I've got a comment on my YouTube, and it went, Perry, something, you was down and out. I lived in a squat and I'm a goss. But it made me feel sick that this geezer was still around and calling me the grass and saying I lived in a squat flat. You know, and it's like it was like too much. You know what I mean? And this guy, I got to say it. This guy, whether or not it's him or whatever, I don't know what it is, but it's someone that knows everything. Yeah. And as far as I was concerned, this guy died. Was dead. I was told that he died. I was told, you know, from people in his family, really, as such, that he died. You know, and he was a grass, and he died. You know, and so for the family even to say that to me, you know what I mean? And then you get a silly message from his boy or whatever, or even from him, out of the blue, to make out, you know, you think to yourself, this guy's still alive? He's grassed up. He become a supergrass, not just a grass, he become a supergrass. He just grassed up so many people. It was unbelievable, the amount of people he's grassed up. And the amount of people, even now today, not even today, about, what, I don't know, when this first story first come out, yeah, I had a bit of grief, you know, because it's a bit hard for someone to realise, well, not to realise, to know, but don't think it's ever going to come out again. And this certain people phoned me up and said, "Do you know where he lives? Like, do you know where he is? He lives." And I said, "No, I don't know nothing about it." You know what I mean? They've also looked at my video, and I know that it's who I'm talking about. And they're going, "Do you know where he is?" I go, "No, I don't know where he is, mate. Find out where he is." So I don't want to get involved. I thought, no, it's so I cut it as quick as possible. But I thought I'd do it a little bit, you know, to say about you got to plan it. You know, you got to plan, but you know, it doesn't matter how much you plan something like that. You know, and what made it worse is that the police told me, right, that they knew that something was going down, but they didn't know what it was, yeah? And so as soon as it kicked off, they're looking for me. And I can always remember, yeah, when I was running, and this, that, and the other, and I'll run to Chiswick and come through the back way and come through where I was living at that time, yeah. It wasn't, you know, fucking squat, it was in Chiswick Green. Anyway, I'll just forget about all that. As I was running down the road and limping and running, I noticed 3 or 4 cars, guys in it looking, but you don't. I mean, all I'm doing is they may be looking at me limping and running, and you know, and blood coming from me because I threw the hat away, and I'm dirty all over. You know, I'm thinking, oh, they're just looking at that, but they're all Bill, mate. They're checking me out. They know that now they must have followed me to wherever I was living at that time, and they crashed the door later on. You know, and it just guts me because this thing, no matter what, it went wrong, yeah. But the time that it happened, there was no cameras, and the roads, there was nothing like that, mate. So you know that there's no way that they knew who it was. But it's they only knew when it kicked off, when it went off, and they're looking now for me, thinking it could be me, yeah? Because they know that a bit works when they go off. They know it's somewhere. You know, and then you think about the old Bill, the one that done me in the car, you know, was he part of it? I don't know. Was he part of the little firm? You don't know, you know. Was he, when I say undercover old Bill, was he observation? Was he observation? Was they all looking at certain parts? Because whoever told them that it was in part, well, my big mouth telling whatever I told to someone, and they're telling their brother or whatever it is, and this person that I give a gun to, yeah, I give this person a sawn-off shotgun, and he then went on a big bit of work, burglar, had done something, come on top, put the gun on top of the wardrobe. When they captured him and they searched the house and they found out on top of the wardrobe, it was too quick for a deal to tell him about me and tell him about what went on. They was more interested in me than him. Obviously so, you know, because he's just a kid. Not a kid, but he's a man, but like a child. He isn't, you know, he's a bit, anyway. So, when eventually, I'm in the flat, yeah, and I'm on the sunbed, and, you know, and then you get them kick the door in and come in with guns and everything, you know, you think, oh, what is going on? You know what I mean? How did this ever happen? You know, how did it happen? It's like, this is like 3 or 4 days, and it's, or even the same day, I can't even remember myself now, you know. You know, I've got paperwork on it even now to look at and to check it all out, how it what went wrong, you know, and this, that, and the other, and it's like, it just guts me, the way things can go, you know, the way things go when you don't plan them properly, you know, what an idiot, me, telling who I told. And who I told, maybe told him, or whatever. You're such a fool. You don't tell him about where it is. You just tell him that I'm going on something over there, Park Royal, and all of a sudden they know that something's going to go off. And as soon as it does go off, they know it's you. And, and it's like, on top of that, then you get a silly called Tina. But would it have mattered? Would it have mattered? No, it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered if it had got away. It wouldn't have mattered. But what would have mattered if when we did get away, it's a grace of God that the guy rammed us and we went our own ways. Because I've just said when I first started this, when we stick together, we should have got in and grabbed him out of the car and smashed him to pieces. And could you imagine the sort of birds you had got, on top of the birds you got, which is a lot, for smashing to pieces a guy and bashing him right up bad. You ain't going to be far from killing this geezer because he's out to kill you, And don't forget, when you fire a gun at a car, they ain't bothered about it having rice and sugar in it or rice and whatever it's got in it. They ain't bothered about that. Or, they don't care. They just care that it was a shoot. It was a shot. And it come out of a gun, So really, when they come for your door and you're on a sunbed, they're coming to put one in you. If you can't be, they don't know you're on a sunbed. But imagine if you was upstairs and it come through the door and I had that thing in the basket. What happens? So, it don't bear thinking about what can go on over something so stupid as opening this mouth, telling the wrong people that, come on. It's madness, mate. It's absolute crazy. It's crazy, and, when you go to wherever you went to and then you go to court and you go not to court, you go to wherever you go to prison and this, that and the other, and then you see the people that you're nicked with, and that's even worse. You know what I mean? Because it's this that does it. It's maybe telling them bits and pieces. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's but the best thing to do. There's so many people. There's so many guys at my times in prison for that. Being absolutely stupid. You know what I mean? Saying the wrong things to the wrong person. Anyway, bang bang rail. Just a little bit of my. I won't go into it too much, but have a nice day, nice one.